Welcome back to No Sticks, No Bricks. Today we're on another adventure because we're still waiting on parts. We're gonna go see something today. I know I remember when this happened when I was a kid. I don't know about you.
I don't.
I was pretty young, 7 years old or so. Jennifer would have been 6, I guess. But Mount St. Helens, when it blew its top back in 1980. So we're gonna go see Mount St. Helens. We're at the edge of the blast zone right here. You can still kind of tell where the blast zone came out and started leveling everything out here. So all this time later. But we're gonna do a hike and hopefully get some good shots of Mount St. Helens. And talk a little bit more about it and go to a visitor center, and we'll hit all that up right after this. Wow, we just watched the movie on the explosion, or the eruption, I should say. It was crazy. I can't even imagine. I still vividly remember it, even though I was a kid. And then a few years later, I remember my friend Chris, my childhood friend, him and his family came out here on vacation, and he brought back like a little bottle of ash from the volcano, and I remember that to this day. Pretty crazy, huh?
Yeah, they sold ash in the gift shop.
They did sell ash in the gift shop?
I just didn't know if it was real or not, though.
It said authentic.
It said authentic, but
We're gonna have to get some ash.
I didn't buy any. I just got a magnet.
You don't want any ash in the RV?
No.
Well, y'all, this is a great vantage point, and you can see the giant crater right in the middle of this. I'm actually going to use my phone to zoom in because I'm using my GoPro. I can't zoom in, but give you some shots of what it looks like. It almost looks like it's two different mountains now. It just like split it right in half and just blew the whole northern side of it. Wow. I don't think the girls are as interested in this as we are, Clay.
No.
They're sitting in the truck.
Yeah, they're in the truck.
Even that over there is just beautiful. Look at those mountains.
I mean, when you look at where that thing blew and the direction that it blew, all of that is still barren.
Yeah. All right, we're now at the Mount St. Helens National Volcanic Monument. So, not sure if they do a stamp for the passport book or not, but we're gonna find out. Cool. The answer is yes. All right, now we're gonna do a little hike. We're at Hummocks Trail. It's 2.2 or 2.6 loop trail. And I think it's only got like a 300-foot elevation gain, so it shouldn't be too bad, but some of the pictures I saw on All Trails, it looks pretty awesome. Part of it's shaded, part of it isn't. It's only about 70 degrees, so it's pretty nice out. So here we go. So we were watching one of the videos in the visitor center, and they were talking about when Mount St. Helens erupted, it actually created like 250 different ponds and lakes around this area. And we're actually seeing a bunch of those on this trail so far, just a bunch of little ponds and everywhere. So I'm assuming that those are still left over from the eruption. It's actually one right up here. What was that?
Fucking snake.
Where is it?
We're gone.
We got...
Snake.
Do I need to lead?
Yeah, you need to lead.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. I don't care.
I think it's gone. Oh, there it is!
Oh, Jesus, don't do that. It went that way.
You know I got you on camera screaming.
That's good.
I'm pretty sure everybody heard that.
Pretty positive.
Just move from where it is.
I know, come on.
I don't know, what if it's a cute snake?
Pretty positive. I just tinkled in my pants a little bit.
This is why we make the girls go first, right, Clay?
Yep.
So they can get the snakes out of the way for us. I don't want no dang snake. I don't know if this is ash still left over from the eruption, but there's a lot of fine silt like ash, I guess, all over the ground. Even our RV park, which is in Silver Creek, Washington, is pretty ashy. Wow, this is absolutely stunning, guys. Make sure you add this to your list as well. Hey, if you remember when Mount St. Helens blew its top, put it down in the comments. Let me know where you were, kind of your reaction. Were you even out in this area? Do you know anybody that was out in this area? I'd love to hear it. You just see all these random rocks, and they probably were just thrown from the volcano when it blew. They're just all over the place, but they're all just sitting on top like someone just set them there. It's crazy. Let's see. Oh, it's light.
It looked like it was light.
That's lava?
Yeah.
Wow. Look at that. There you go, folks. There's some lava. From Mount St. Helens. There it is. Well, I wanted to get some pretty epic drone shots on this hike, but unfortunately we're not allowed to fly our drones here. It is a national forest land, but most importantly it's in a flight path of their LifeMed helicopter, and plus their geological folks taking helicopters back and forth to the mountain to keep an eye on it. We're right in that flight path, so no drone footage today, at least not here. I did get some earlier, so I guess that'll have to do.
Itty bitty.
All right, guys. Well, we have left Thousand Trails Paradise. A little bit of an audible, I guess. Clay and Maria, they had some personal stuff they had to go take care of, so they are heading out of this area. And we're heading back to South Jetty Thousand Trails for a week, and then hoping to get back to Rev on Friday. They're expecting our parts to get in. And, oh, we gotta move. We're actually sitting at a Blue Beacon truck wash, so I gotta pull forward here. This is the one in Portland, and it is just, this design for this thing is all kinds of screwed up. Let's see. Are you sure that, is the emergency brake on in the Jeep still?
I don't know.
Because it sure sounds like it.
Did you, I don't know.
Did you put the emergency brake on when we
Probably.
unhooked? We had to unhook for a minute because the GPS tried to take us down this dang parking lot, and it looked like it used to be an entrance to the Blue Beacon, but then they had barriers set up, so we had to unhook, and then we had to turn around, and it was a pain in the butt, but we made it. But I think the emergency brake might be on because I just heard it squeak, but we haven't moved very far, so like 20 feet maybe. Jen's gonna go check that real quick. Let's see, let's watch her. There she is. I just felt some movement. What do you guys think? Did she leave it on or was it off? I'm going with it was on. Let's see.
Oops.
Uh-huh. Was it on?
Yep.
Ah. Okay.
We didn't do our routines.
No, we didn't do our routine because
have
we're
our
in this
checklist.
dang parking lot And that's what happens when you get out of your routine. You know, normally we do a tug test and make sure everything's good, but we had people behind us, we were in the way, we had to move, so. Okay, now we're gonna pull forward.
Fun times, fun times.
Always a good time. I always love that they put these big barriers on either side. There we go. Okay, so update on our RV. They're expecting the parks to be here by Wednesday. Fingers crossed. If in fact they get here on Wednesday or Thursday of next week, today's Friday, so we're talking next week, first week of August already almost. Last week of July, I don't know, something like that. Anyway, we're hoping to get to Rev on Friday and camp there Friday and Saturday night so we can pack everything up that we're going to take to go into hotel life for 2.5 weeks. We're going to be living the highlight. Let me tell you this. Compared to what we are used to, I guess, we'll be kind of like on a vacation from the vacation. We actually booked a La Quinta Inn. It's a suite because we have to be able to cook. We have the dogs. It's got to be pet friendly. We're not going to eat out every day for 3 weeks, obviously. So we got a suite, but it's got a pool and it's got a fitness center and it's got laundry facility because we got to do that as well. And we'll have maid service, y'all. Maid service, which is going to be interesting with the dogs in the room. I'm not sure how that works. They probably won't come in with the dogs. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
I figure we just take them for a good walk. We'll just talk to our maid and
yeah, we'll probably have to line up a time or something.
Every 2-3 days, we'll probably clean it ourselves most of the time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna bring our vacuum.
Yep, we'll bring our own vacuum. We'll probably do most of our own cleaning. And then Sunday we'll check into the hotel with all of our stuff. And then Monday morning they'll take the RV in to start the repair process. So hopefully it works out. And we're back on the road by mid-August time frame.
Yeah, technically right now I think we have August 22nd of checking out.
Something like that.
Which will be interesting.
So we booked the hotel for 3 weeks just as a buffer in case anything happens. We make sure we secure a room, but hopefully it's less than that. I just can't believe it's going to take that long, 2.5 weeks or 100 labor hours to replace a shower pan. I don't know what kind of design they did with this to create a process that takes that long for a shower pan, but it seems insane to me.
Well, they have to take all the tile off the shower. That was one thing they said.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the tile that's the big problem, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll try to get some more information from them when we drop it off and see if I can get kind of an outline of how the repair process is going to happen. But we're in Portland right now at the Blue Beacon, like I said, and we got about 180 miles to go until we hit South Jetty. We'll hang out there for a week until we can hopefully get into Coburg on Friday. Wish us luck, y'all. So you got a little new toy over there, huh?
Yes.
It's called the menopause fan.
Yes.
You want to show everybody?
Yeah. See my little fan here?
Little battery operated fan, huh?
Yeah. Well, USB-C charged.
Yeah.
So, yep. It's perfect.
What do you think that USB-C charges?
The fan?
The battery?
Probably.
Like I said, battery operated fan.
Whatever. All I know is it's hot in here.
Do I need to turn the AC on?
Yes.
All right. Let's see what the outside temperature is. 68. Oh yeah, we better get that AC on.
Well,
getting her all cleaned up, babe.
Yep.
She's dirty. There we go. Get those windows too. So usually when we come through these Blue Beacons, we'll get the Jeep and the RV done. It's about $100, give or take a few bucks depending on where you're at in the country, but it's usually right around $100. Totally worth it. It's a lot cheaper than bringing a mobile guy coming into the RV park. Of course, it's not as cheap as doing it yourself, but when you're 40 foot long, you can't just take it to a car wash. You got to find a big enough car wash or a truck wash, or you do it yourself. And the RV parks, which most of them don't allow with water, so a lot of times we'll do waterless washes as well, which work really well, but it's just very time consuming. And I tell you what, I'm pretty pooped by the end of the day of doing that. All right, we finally made it to South Jetty. What a day, holy cow. We probably waited an hour at Blue Beacon to get everything washed, but they did a heck of a job. RV's nice and clean now, and Monster's nice and clean now. It was super dirty at Paradise because it was so dusty there and ashy like I talked about before, so I like clean stuff, so this is much better. This is our third time to South Jetty. It's in Florence, Oregon, and this is the first time we actually have full hookup site, which is nice. It was a heck of a travel day, y'all. Let me tell you, it took us about 2 hours to get through Portland after we got everything washed because traffic was just a nightmare. This is why we normally don't do Friday travel days, because it was an absolute nightmare. And then of course we had the emergency brake incident, and then when we got here to the park finally, we were running super late and they tried to stick us in that site. As you can see, it's occupied. So we were like, what the heck? So Jen had to go back up to the office and talk to them, and they ended up sticking us in the site across from it, which is great, and it's actually a nicer site, so it kind of worked out for us. But let me show it to you here real quick. But we ain't got a whole lot of room out here, so the Jeep is parked in front of it. That'll work though. Axel's got more room here than he did at Paradise though. We're able to get the rug out this time. This is kind of cool though, because look at all these big trees they got in this park. But you come over to this side and it is super tight. But at least I don't have to use this guy, the turd toter, because we got full hookups. The only problem that we've found with this site so far is we can't get perfectly level. We tried, and the passenger side of the RV, it just can't, we can't get it up high enough. And I got blocks underneath the jacks, but I can't get any more blocks underneath the jacks than what I got, because there's just not enough clearance when they're up between them and the ground. So we're just gonna have to suck it up, I guess. The problem with all these beautiful trees is that Starlink is not going to work in this spot either. Luckily we have the T-Mobile home internet that's up and running, and it's okay. It's like a 30 meg download, maybe 5 or 6 up, so not too terrible. It'll work. But it was 85 degrees in Portland when we were there, and 59 here. So man, it's amazing the temperature difference you get when you get close to the ocean. But it was just one of those stressful travel days, and a lot of traffic. And then we had a wreck that we came across, and it backed up traffic further south of Portland. And then when we got to Eugene and started cutting west towards Florence, we had traffic backed up there because we didn't hit it until like the 5 o'clock hour, you know, when everybody's getting off work. So, you know what? It's this kind of travel day. Cheers, y'all. You want to give me a cheers back in the comments? I'd appreciate it.